The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And we missed this yesterday. Monday vibes.
It's one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
Thanks, Fred. Ahoy. Welcome in at 6:02, 42 degrees. It's really wet outside. Super wet. Moist.
Moist, even.
Moist. I'm telling you, there's a lot of standing water on the highway. We'll get the traffic all morning long, but just be careful out there. There's already a lot of accidents because of that. Lakeshore Drive had about a foot of water in the right lane.
Yeah, no, it's not good. My Uber driver and I bonded over the amount of standing water this morning. We really came together as friends, I think, and just kept on going. Well, that's a lot of water, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a big.
Oh, look at that puddle.
Go swimming in that.
Yeah, the term swimming pool was used.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Romans invented modern
I
sewage.
thought you meant like Kenzie and Roman. What's it? I was like, they needed what?
Yeah. Romans, they were big engineering people.
So wait, what did the Romans do?
Well, Kenzie's on maternity leave still, so he can't break that up and chop it up. Her dad's the window guy in the Midwest, but it would be great if the Romans invented sewage, meaning Kenzie and Roman. Holy crap. So the Romans, the big Colosseum thing, you ever see Gladiator with Russell Crowe?
No.
Yeah, they invented sewage and all that and how it works. I just can't figure out why we haven't perfected it in 1,000-some years.
Okay.
Couple thousand years, really.
At the risk of sounding dumb.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean they invented it? Doesn't that seem not man-made? Like sewage and sewers.
Yeah, they had to make sewers.
Yeah, I think of sewage as like a clump of garbage.
Yeah, they didn't invent sewage, but they invented what to do with water when it piles up on streets and stuff and poop and all that kind of thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, poop had to go somewhere, and before that, it just went out. It was up above ground.
I know. Here's the thing. Here's something to think about today. Chew on this.
We're starting to show off with a bang here.
Toilets have only been around for a very small percentage of time, all things considered.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, think about that.
Your great-grandparents probably didn't have them.
Think about a morning like today. If there were no toilets, you had to go outside in this rain and poop. Outside. Think about that.
I would rather not.
If you're having a bad day or don't want to go to your job or you don't want to, your wife or husband to wake up and have to talk to them, think about these things. Think about how great we have it.
I know. This is my point. That up until 60 years ago, the world sucked.
Except for the fact that when Kenzie invented sewage, they didn't do it right because the roads still flood. Like, I get it. We got this big lake right next to the Lakeshore Drive, and depending on where you come in, if you're on the Tri-State or, on the Kennedy, you're going to see standing water, too. Why haven't we figured out a better way to get rid of the water?
Well, I think the system we have now is pretty good. We just had an extraordinary amount of rain last night.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but it's been a couple thousand years, and rain's been coming down this hard for a couple thousand years. In fact, I say millions of years.
That's a good point. I would love to know if there's like somebody out there that's like, guys, I've got a new sewer system. Like, you guys have to listen to me, but he gets shunned because people are so used to the way that we collect water nowadays.
Why are we working on stupid crap?
Like what? Like what should we get rid of instead of and get a new sewer system instead?
Cancer research.
That'll show them.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, let's get going here. It's 6:06, 42 degrees, and it is incredibly wet outside, so be careful. The Romans didn't do a good enough job of making sewers, so
that's what I heard.
That's where we're at. But we do have Cage the Elephant tickets coming up at 8 o'clock. So we world premiered that show and talked about the music, and of course Neon Pills, and then the tour coming up at the old UIC Pavilion, the Credit Union 1 Arena. Tickets for that coming up. And in about an hour, since Kenzie's out, Kara Caribou filling in and doing trivia. So we have Alkaline Trio, our homeboys.
That's coming up at the Aragon 2 weeks from now, March 16th.
And I'll give you one of Case's bands to make sure you get there early for. Drug Church opening up, a band that Case introduced me to, much like Military Gun, much like Turnstile, and they are awesome.
They are good.
I love Drug Church.
Yeah.
So that's a great bill right there. So those tickets coming up at 7:10. So stay right here. And we'll also talk more about the St. Patty's Day broadcast that we have coming up at Lizzie McNeil's 2 weeks, actually 1 week from Friday.
God, it's coming up really quick, isn't it?
Wow, because it'll be the 15th because St. Patty's Day is on a Sunday. So we'll get to all that stuff and more this morning. Check in, 312-591-8300.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And now a fact that makes your brain just go. This one's really, I guarantee, this is a Brian guarantee, okay? I guarantee you don't know this. Like a lot of these facts, people could text later and go, oh, I knew that, or how did you guys not know that? This one, no one knows.
Is that right?
I'm putting that guarantee on it. If you know this, and I can't prove it if you text in later, oh, yeah, I knew that. I mean, what am I going to do, go to your house and talk to you about it?
It'd be interesting if you did.
I mean, I'd love to come over.
You probably owe a few people lawn mows as well, so you might as well make your rounds.
Good callback. When I first started here, to win listeners over, I said, I'll come to your house and mow your lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And some people said, come on over, I live here, I have this, and I never followed through.
It's funny, I wasn't working here yet when you did that, and about a year ago, a woman called up out of the blue, and she goes, so Brian's supposed to mow my lawn? And I didn't know if it was a euphemism. I had no idea what she was talking about, and then we finally got to the bottom of it, but it took a long time.
Okay, well, listen, I'll still follow through on those of people that have IOUs of lawn mowing I have. I'll do that. I'll get in on that. But I can guarantee, I'd love to come to your house, too, and talk to you about this, see if you really know this fact. It concerns redheads. And so maybe you are a redhead, or maybe you know a redhead. I think everybody is in that category.
I think everybody knows a redhead.
Yeah. Everybody either knows a redhead or you are a redhead, so it covers everybody listening. There's something about redheads that make them like the Terminator. And I did not know this until moments ago. I was just going through my facts. I go, I'm laying this one on everybody. And it is truly insane. Now, if you say you know it, I don't know if I believe you, but I'll come over your house, mow your lawn, we'll sit and have some coffee and cake and talk about it.
Now I'm trying to figure out which redhead I'm closest to. Do I even really know a redhead?
But you know one.
I know of them. I don't think I have a redhead in my life currently. Well, I guess what color hair is Kara Caribou?
Brunette.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not redhead.
Okay, so she doesn't count. She'll be here in just a moment to help us out for the rest of the day.
God, you're trying to lump her in the redheads?
Well, I can't remember what she looks like now. I'm starting to I'm like, is Lauren redheaded? No, Kenzie's not. Kara's not. I'm going through every woman I know. None of them have red hair.
Other women exist outside this radio station.
I don't know them, though.
Oh, that's too bad.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. And we welcome Kara Caribou into the party.
Hello.
She is back, filling in for Kenzie on maternity leave. We're so lucky to have her. Case, do you see what she looks like? Do you recognize her?
I do know what she looks like now. It's good to see you again,
And
Kara.
my hair color is not that different from Kenzie, so
No,
we
you're
both
right.
are brunettes.
You're right.
Brunette. Now, do you color it at all?
I do.
Which color? I didn't expect that. For some reason.
Medium brown.
Medium brown,
Yeah, just to cover,
Yeah.
some issues.
That sounded terrible.
No, it's I got a couple of grays. We go early gray in my family.
Well,
so.
that's not a bad thing to have
Yeah.
gray. I knew a kid that lost all his hair at 23. He was bald. It's like, there's things that happen, and we just got to accept it in life that
Yep.
Mother Nature's undefeated.
Yeah.
I got my first gray hairs ever on my temple here because of this show. I mean, it's like I moved here, had none. I was all good.
I also got my first gray hairs because of this show.
Yeah. I mean, getting married, Harper, baby, less sleep, it just started coming on. And so I have a little bit in the temple. Thank God Megan loves salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that-
guys, it's handsome.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to color it because I got a little nervous. There's like 3 gray
No,
hairs
it
there.
ends
and
up
I'm
looking like Bill Curtis. Like, don't do that. Like that Bill, like Anchorman, I'm thinking, like the fake hair dye.
Yeah, but I'm kind of committing to this then.
Yeah.
You can either commit to not having any gray hairs and you're like 92 and people go like, damn, nice head of hair.
Yeah.
I think it's working for you. I think
I do
you
too.
you look super handsome.
You look distinguished.
Wow, you guys. keep saying that. Okay, so the fact that makes your brain go is about redheads and something that turns them into the Terminator. Now, I said no one knows this. 6 to 7 of our crew members, 100 people said this, that they have a less pain tolerance, that redheads they feel less pain.
Oh.
That relates to this fact, but it's not exactly this fact. I guess it kind of is when I give it to you. And I mean, so if I had those people in, there was like a good 94 people that knew what this was, and I said no one knows this.
And I'm so surprised because I did not know this.
So redheaded people need 20% more anesthesia than people with other colors of hair when they get surgery or dental work or things like that.
It sounds like they do feel pain then if they need 20% more.
Well, to put them under, it's harder. I guess you're right. That's.
But they might be fighting it off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anesthesia is like numbing stuff, right?
Yeah, puts you to sleep.
That's the scariest part of an operation to me. I'm afraid I'm never going to wake up.
Well, and they always just kind of talking to you like, hey, so tell me about your dog. And then you're like, it's like out. They don't say, we're going to put drugs in your body that's going to make you pass out and you might never wake up. They don't say that.
Do you understand why they don't say that?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of anxiety building.
Even you saying that was terrifying.
Yeah.
So I didn't know this, but apparently our listeners, a lot of them knew this, and I appreciate you guys that, know that stuff, because I had no idea that redheads were like the Terminator. Like they feel less pain, they need more anesthesia. I didn't know that.
How much do we know about redheads as like a entity?
A tribe?
Yeah. Like, where do they come from? I know they come from, everybody's like, oh, well, they're in Ireland, but how did Ireland get redheads?
Megan is blonde, kind of, I guess, a little strawberry.
A little strawberry blonde.
But she colors her hair a little too. Oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble for that on the way home.
I didn't know that.
Every woman colors their hair because it's what you're supposed to do. It's stylish.
By the way, I Googled how do you get red hair. It's because of vitamin D in chilly places with little sunlight like Ireland. That's how they're thinking it started.
So I just Googled where did redheads come from.
Thank you.
Went a little more specific here.
Okay.
And it said it's a redhead variant MC1R, first likely to appear in ancient humans around 30,000 to 80,000 years ago.
Can you imagine being in that first crop of redheads, the way you must have been horribly treated?
Oh, they killed them.
Absolutely.
There's no
We're
question.
lucky to have any of them.
Yeah.
Because that first species had to have been killed off immediately.
I think it's hilarious that you think they were bullies back then. Like, really?
Oh, bullies have existed since the beginning of time.
But the thing is, they probably kept killing them, and then finally they couldn't kill one, like evolution.
Yeah, because they're tougher than everybody
Well,
else.
they weren't at first,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
evolution and Darwinism
That makes sense.
made them badasses.
In the same way that our thumbs have changed because of smartphones, redheads just changed over
Wait,
time
what?
because they were getting killed.
Our thumbs have changed?
Yeah, the way our thumbs are built, over time, our thumbs are going to slightly change because of the indentation because of smartphones. I read an article once.
okay.
Take my
It was
word
on the
this
internet.
one.
It must be true. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so 219 checked in. She's a redhead. Said we need more anesthesia because we feel more pain.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'd love to hear from the redheads out there. 312-591-8300. I want to talk to you mutants.
I want to hear about your life experiences.
Yeah, like I was hammering a nail, our hardwood floor. A nail popped up on it, and I hammered it, and then I just kind of pushed down my finger, and I just pushing the nail back down a little bit to rub it over. I was like, ow,
Wow.
that hurt.
What were you like?
I was like, ow! And I wonder if a redhead didn't feel that. Do you not feel certain things? Like when you fell off a bike, did you not feel anything? Just kind of get up and go like the Terminator, like and come back up?
I wonder if they don't feel happiness or joy either. That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, my God.
We need to talk to a redhead right now.
Yes.
312-591-8300 about pain, about love, about life, where you came from, all these things. This is the show today. This is it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, the redheads keep checking in left and right here. 312-591-8300 as we say they need 20% more anesthesia than non-redheads, like Kara over here, a non-redhead, a natural brunette. 219 checked in. Absolutely true. I'm a redhead that dyes my hair brown, and the dentist confirmed the increased anesthesia required. So she tried to fool him. There's a lot of redheads out there that are they're like, kind of in the movie They Live, when they have to put the glasses on to see that they're aliens. Sorry for the spoiler alert on a 35-year-old movie. with Rowdy Roddy Piper. That's an amazing movie.
That sounds excellent.
Oh, you have to see They Live if you haven't. Spend some time with it this weekend.
What's it about again?
So the brief synopsis is walking around in society and you get these special sunglasses. Accidentally, Rowdy Roddy Piper does, and realizes that there's aliens walking among us.
Okay, so kind of like a Men in Black type deal.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you put the glasses on, you can see who's the alien and who isn't, and it's got a twist ending.
Well, no spoilers.
No spoilers on
I don't
They
know
Live.
how They Live ends.
Yeah, but that's what some of these redheads out there are doing in society here. They're coloring their hair, and then you don't know what they are. You don't know their pain tolerance. You don't know how much anesthesia they need, and they're going to take over the world and kill us all. But until then, we have Cage the Elephant tickets coming up at 8. So that show will happen before the Redheads take over. Also, Alkaline Trio and Drug Church playing next weekend. Our homeboys Alkaline Trio. That'll be coming up in Clash with Kenzie. Carrie, you up for trivia today?
Kind of.
It doesn't sound like it. That's good. That's a good for you guys out there.
Yep.
She'll do trivia, and you will maybe win and get those tickets at 7:10. In the meantime, it is Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Today is Super Tuesday. Unless you're not a fan of who's running, then it's more of a Stupor Tuesday. Meghan Markle was spotted skiing in Utah. Her motto is work hard, play hard, minus the work part. Wendy's is offering $1 cheeseburgers all month to celebrate March Madness, which will then be followed by April Fatness. And a Kansas City Chiefs superfan pled guilty to armed robbery and also to stealing the identity of a Raiders superfan. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.